All right, my beautiful family. So today's video is going to be focused on goals we could set when it comes to our health, our fitness for 2025. And I wanted to make this video because 2025 is coming and people are going to be setting fitness goals. So I wanted to make this video in a way that could be helpful for you by seeing what am I gonna be focusing on for my goals in 2025? Since my goals is to stay fit, grow more muscle, be healthy, which are similar things that you guys might be wanting. So instead of me telling you some things that you could do, I'm gonna tell you the things that I'm gonna do, and then you could take out whatever you see fit for you, because this is gonna be specifically for me. And one of the things of the goals that I made for myself, which I want you to be mindful, because I start thinking about why do people fail to be effective in their goals when it comes to New Year and they set a goal? Why is it that some people stop after a month, 2 months, or not? They can't make it for a year. So I think, like, why are people not making it like for the whole year? So I'm really thinking, like, what makes it difficult? And there's 3 things that I wrote down. And number 1 is gonna be that their goal that they set is gonna be unrealistic. And I'll explain to you what realistic is right now with my goals, but people are maybe setting their goals that are really not achievable within the time frame that they're setting. So it's unrealistic. So you gotta make sure that it's realistic, which is my goals are realistic that you're gonna hear right now. My goals are measurable. So you should be able to measure whether you're doing what you said you were gonna be doing. If you said you were gonna work out 5 times a week, that's measurable, because are you showing up 5 times a week? You can measure that. So it has to be measurable. And they should be effective. And the goals that I have set are goals that I have done over the years. So pretty much it's something that I'm gonna continue doing, and I've seen that it has been effective. So by me sharing this, they have been effective for me. So chances are they could be very effective for you if you tailor them specifically for you. So the goal number 1 for me for 2025 is show up to the gym 3 to 5 times a week. I show up 5 times a week. Most weeks, it's just I enjoy training and I show up 5 times. But sometimes I get busy. I'm gonna show up 3 times. 3 to 5 times. That would be the goal. Are there gonna be weeks that maybe I don't know, I only show up once? Maybe, but the goal is 3 to 5 times a week. And so that should be your goal. Set a amount of times that you wanna show up to the gym and shoot for them every single week. But I want you to be mindful that if you do not show up that 5 times in that week, you have to keep showing up. One of the things that I didn't say in the beginning is that I wish that anybody that sets a goal for themselves for 2025, it's like, no matter how good you're executing that goal, keep going for the whole year. Your goal should be do it for the whole year, no matter how good you're doing it. So if your goal is to eat healthy and there's a scale of 10, you're killing it in eating healthy, and 1, you're not doing so well, no matter where you fall on that scale, do it for the whole year. Because even if you're some days doing 10s, like crushing it, some days doing 1s, 5s, 7s, if you are striving every single week, no matter where, some better days and some less not so better days, by the end of the year, you're gonna be better off than if you just didn't do anything at all. So for the gym, 3 to 5 times a week, show up. I'm gonna show up 5 times a week, and I'm gonna focus on progressive overload. Every time I go to the gym, I'm gonna make sure that whatever exercise I'm doing, I'm gonna try to get stronger, either by adding more weight over time or more reps over time. Doesn't have to be day to day, week to week. I could be working with the same weight for weeks, months. And I told myself in my list is, you're gonna be working with that weight as many weeks and months as you need to until it feels safe to progress to more weight or more reps. So for example, my bicep curl, I've been working with a dumbbell of 25 pounds for months. And now I'm already doing the dumbbell for 25 pounds for reps of 30. And now it feels very comfortable doing sets of 30. So now it's time to bring up that dumbbell to maybe a 27.5 or a 30 and start at a lower rep range and just keep working with that 30-pound dumbbell for months until I reach the cap of 30 reps, and then I feel comfortable to increase. So that is something that I'm gonna do. Focus on progressive overload and only progress in weight and reps when I feel like it feels comfortable to progress in a safe manner. Because at the same time in the gym, my goal is don't push in a stupid way where you're gonna get hurt. Because, I mean, pushing is not the problem for many people. That if you're like into the gym like me, pushing in the gym is not a problem. But once you push too hard, sometimes aches and pains come along. So it's more about training smartly and only progressing once you feel good and safely. Goal number 2 that I'm gonna do when it comes to food now, I'm gonna talk about food, nutrition now, is I'm gonna focus on getting 16 ounces of chicken. It doesn't have to be chicken. I'm doing chicken because I just like chicken and it's not that expensive, and I just it's simple. I just cook chicken and I make it however, but it's 16 ounces of chicken. But point is, it could be 16 ounces of turkey, any type of meat. But 16 ounces is enough protein for me to make sure that I'm getting plenty of protein to grow my muscles. And then the rest of my food is gonna be carbs and rice, beans, and vegetables. But I'm gonna focus on getting 16 ounces of protein a day. And I only eat 2 meals. So I'm gonna eat, with each meal, I'm gonna eat 8 ounces. And then for the second meal, another 8 ounces, accompanied with rice and pasta, whatever it is. But my protein has to be there because that's gonna fuel my muscles. So that's gonna be a goal. Have my protein of 8 ounces with each meal that I have. The second thing that I'm gonna do when it comes to nutrition is I'm gonna continue to have 1 bag of vegetables a day. The 1 bag is the 1 pound frozen vegetable bags that they sell at the grocery store. Just have a mix of vegetables. They sell it in a vegetable mix, 1 pound. Have 1 of those daily. So I usually have them for breakfast. I cook 1 and I have it first thing when I have my breakfast, and then I have my other foods. So I'm gonna have 1 bag. That way I get all my vitamins, minerals for health, good bowel movements, good amount of fiber. And then at the same time, it's giving me fullness where it's not gonna prevent me from overeating too much food and then gaining unnecessary fat. So it just has so many benefits when it comes to health and physique goals for me, having my 1 pound of vegetables a day, that bag. So I'm gonna continue to have that once a day. The other thing that I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna continue to have 1 gallon of water a day. And by me having my gallon of water a day, you know, I have my little protein cups. I have a few of those until it adds up to 128 ounces of water for 1 gallon. I continue to have that. For one, it helps me make sure that I'm hydrated, that I'm not hungry. It helps me also, I love having plenty of water because if I have too much sodium, it flushes out with the water. So for me, when I have plenty of water, I feel less bloated. My body is just peeing excess sodium, so my body feels nice and lean and tight because I'm having my water. So aside with all the health benefits that water does for you, that is something that it does for me. So I'm gonna continue having 1 gallon of water a day. When it comes to nutrition as well, I'm not gonna be eating out very often, which I don't, but that is always something that I keep in my mind. I'm only gonna eat out once or twice a week if necessary. Sometimes I don't even eat out any day. But if I do, in a week, it's once or twice. And usually it's either like 1 time on a Saturday and 1 time on a Sunday. But that would be the only times. Twice, 2 meals. Twice, that would be 2 meals. The rest of the meals are gonna be made at home. And I like keeping it that way because when I eat out too much, all the food that you buy in fast food or any restaurant, they're always super high in sodium. And I always retain a lot of water, feel bloated, and just overall, my body just doesn't feel right with too much fat from that food. So my body never feels better compared to when I have homemade food that is not high in salt, decent amount of fat and protein, and just homemade meals are always gonna be the best. So only eating out once to twice per week, and the rest, when I have to be on the go, I'm gonna make sure that I have meal preps. So I always meal prep a couple times throughout the week, one or two times throughout the week. That way I could have meal preps to go when I'm going to school or anywhere I have to go. Now the third thing that I'm gonna be doing for my goals is I'm gonna manage my schedule again this year, because managing my schedule allows me to spend the time that I want at the gym, allows me to have time to meal prep, to go grocery shopping. So managing my schedule and writing it down allows me to be able to make it to the gym and meal prep and do all that health and fitness stuff that I enjoy doing. So the thing that I'm gonna do, especially with my new schedule starting in January, all my classes are gonna be earlier. I'm gonna wake up at 4 in the morning and I'm gonna go to sleep at 8 p.m. Because if I go to sleep at 8 p.m. and wake up at 4 in the morning, that's 8 hours of sleep. Sleep is so important for everything, just for life, mood, fitness, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. So sleep is so important. My 8 hours are gonna get done. Are there gonna be days where I don't sleep 8 hours because of certain things? Yeah, but most days, that's my schedule. This last schedule, I was waking up at 5, but now I have to wake up a little bit early, so that's gonna be moved 1 hour back. 4 in the morning, wake up, go to sleep at 8 p.m. So family, these are the things that I'm gonna be doing for my goals for 2025. And one last thing that I wanna say about these goals is, I thought about it, and if you think about it, all these goals, all these health goals and fitness goals, I know we do them to look good, one for health, of course, but you know, we do it to look good because sometimes we want to lose weight, be in better shape. But if you notice that none of these goals are physique focused, if you notice, all these goals are about taking actions in certain places in your life, whether taking actions in the gym, taking actions in the kitchen, taking actions in your schedule day to day. So me just thinking about this is, maybe in the past I have, and maybe you have, just focused more on appearance. When you're taking actions, you're just focusing on appearance. But what I've noticed is that as long as I continue to take these actions, the appearance goals will come along. But the important thing is, don't worry about the physique part of it. Just focus on the actions. So back to what I said, whatever your goals are, set them, but your goal should be to take actions for the whole year. No matter how good you're showing up to the gym, and are you showing up the times that you said, if you are not showing up the times that you said, give yourself grace, but just keep showing up for the whole year. Because I promise you, if you show up for the whole year, whether you did kind of so-so, I promise you, you'll be very surprised with the results that you get compared to if you just called it quits after 1 month or 2 months, which you see a lot of people do, that you will be surprised how far you would come after a year. All right, family, I hope you find this video helpful. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.